there, Tiffany and Brad here with Years of Years, and it's this day in Disney for May 10th.
May 10th.
And you're like, why are you wearing a Halloween shirt?
Wow. It is a little bit, yeah, I mean, it is a little bit of a different one.
Yeah.
Because it's not a release date, it's a completion date. But
yeah, actually, so back in May 10th of 1929, Walt Disney, they were producing the Skeleton Dance, and they had finished production on this Silly Symphony. It was the first cartoon that they produced that wasn't going to have a continuous character. So they did the skeletons and then the skeleton dance, and that was it. And so it wasn't like Mickey, you know, this wasn't gonna like
become an icon.
Yeah.
Even though that imagery of a skeleton kind of did become an icon. I think it got in the psyche of many artists and creators.
Yeah, so this was an interesting time. Why Works had a big part in the Disney productions at the time, and so he animated a lot of this. But the idea actually came back when the origins of the skeleton dance in mid-1928, when Walt Disney was on his way to New York to go talk about Mickey Mouse. So, or actually arranged distribution of Mickey Mouse. So the cartoons and such, and the first sound cartoon, Steamboat Willie. So during a stopover in Kansas City, he was visiting his old acquaintance Carl Stalling, which we all know, and he was an organist at the Isis Theater, and he wanted him to compose for Plain Crazy and for the Galloping Gaucho, right? So while there, Stalling proposed this concept of musical novelty cartoons. So the Silly Symphonies were really kind of came from Carl Stalling, and combining music and animation, they did come from him, which would become the genesis for the Silly Symphony series, and pitched the idea about skeletons dancing in a graveyard. Stalling would eventually join Disney's studio staff as a composer. So animation began actually January of 1929, so just, you know, months later they started working on it, which I think is really cool.
And what year did they complete it? In 1929?
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
So fast.
It took Virex the majority of 6 weeks.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, and you can feel that. I mean, you can see, like, you know, the split frame and experimenting with, you know, the depth. I mean, there's so many innovations in this cartoon or short. It's just incredible. And the music really does play a huge part in so many ways. You know, in watching it, you know, it's like we often just see the clip of the 4 skeletons like dancing.
Oh, there's so much.
And even it can be like very grainy, like sometimes just in that one scene. But when you look at the whole thing, it is incredible. I mean, from the very opening with the backgrounds and, you know, and you get like a first glimpse of an early like Pluto, like howling at the moon, even though it's not Pluto, it's a dog in the Disney space. And
they have an owl. And I love all the owls in Disney. There's lots of owls.
There are. So present, so wise.
The old mill. I love the owl in that one. And that owl is over on Tom Sawyer Island at the mill. Hopefully. I haven't been in there since they refurbished.
The owl?
So hopefully they have the cute owl. But anyway, going back, how was this received? Well, Variety, I'm not even going to read the whole review because
I would hope not.
it's long. But at the very end, they're like, it takes place in a graveyard, don't bring your children.
Okay.
So that's their reception. And then the Film Daily actually had a really nice review. They were like, here is one of the most novel cartoon subjects ever shown on screen. Here we have a bunch of skeletons knocking out the laughs on their bones, and how they do it. I love how they used to say that. And how.
Right.
They do a xylophone number with one playing the tune on the other's spine, all takes place in a graveyard, and it's a howl from the start to finish, and an owl and a rooster brought in for atmosphere.
There you go.
So much more positive review there.
Yeah.
The Variety one describes the entire cartoon. I don't know, it's just really strange. It's almost like they didn't know how to bash it, but they weren't happy that it was skeletons in a graveyard.
Yeah, there's no doubt whenever you watch it, I was thinking like, oh my goodness, how this must have been for like parents and the public like at the time. I mean, it is very macabre. It is very, I mean, it is very, it's significant, you know. I mean, there's even spitting, there's scratching. I mean, there's everything that we come to expect from the shorts shows up with these skeletons and animals.
It was so long ago, 1929. I think it's hard for us to realize what the public was thinking at the time. This is a pre-war situation, pre-depression as well, right? I mean, they weren't quite into that yet. So, you know, there's a lot of things. I mean, I think of the Roaring 20s. They were coming to an end. So they're about to hit the Depression. I don't know how this was affecting society, but, you know, it's become a huge iconic.
I'm sure there was still an old guard press, like from even the late 1800s, still like influencing the press of the day. So, you know, the standards were probably very moral.
It's very interesting. But Carl Stalling really is behind all this, and behind Silly Symphonies. That's very cool to see, you know, how that all worked out in the, you know, conversations, because Walt was here, stopped off here, talked to him here, these things happen. I think that's really important to always remember in life, because, you know, it's like the crossroads, right? If you're not at a place at a certain time, it may not work out. So, you know, don't you have like bad days when you don't want to do something, but you do it anyway?
Of course. And
it turns out good. I think this, you know, is a good example of that. But let's talk about the party.
Oh my goodness, yes. Already sporting,
I'm
Disney
so
After Hours.
Yeah.
Boo Bash announced for August through October. So awesome. I got the chills right away.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking right back to the cavalcades of 2020 and of the opening day of all of that. We had stayed at the Poly like the night before. It was just awesome. It was my
birthday. We had no idea that it was going to be on the day that we were staying for my birthday. So, well, it was the day before my birthday. So.
Yeah, we moved a reservation to be able to.
No,
I believe we did.
No, because it was my birthday the next day.
Okay.
We were there 3 nights.
There you go. She had it all planned. But
I didn't know. No, we didn't know. It was just so great.
So, looking forward to that kind of wonder and amazement this year.
Tell us the name again. Boo Bash?
Disney After Hours Boo Bash.
So, probably a party we pay for.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I feel like
100%. It looks like you get in at 7 p.m. and you stay late. It's a ticketed event, but no reservation required. The ticket is enough to get in. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Totally. And the announcement out in Disneyland with Haunted Mansion.
Oh, yes. What do you mean?
Isn't there?
No. That's on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus?
Disney Plus is going to have the Muppets.
Okay.
Yeah,
thank you for saving
Haunted
me.
Mansion Muppets.
I was getting a little too excited.
Of course we're excited. Miles is excited. That's going to be awesome. So lots of good Halloween. And, you know, I think we're kind of a few days past being halfway to Halloween. But technically not, because we start celebrating here in like the beginning of August. And I'm pretty sure the dates for the party start
August 10th.
Yeah, right away.
Through October.
In August, so it's just
August 10th it starts. That's when it's
just
kicking off.
like two and a half months away. So much fun. But we're gonna have a blast and Halloween, and we get to party.
Make it through the haunting humidity of summer and then bask
hopes for a
the pumpkin glow.
Christmas party too. I'm sure.
It'll be nice.
I hope so. But yeah, that's it for this day in Disney,